Hello and welcome to Dimsy's Domain. A question for you lot here is, for those of you who've watched Digimon growing up and have watched Digimon Adventure Try, is Digimon for kids or is Digimon for adults? So today I have with me none other than
Shady of Lightning.
Yeah.
Long ass name.
I have him. I have his weird ass name. But the question is this: look, the main thing about Digimon Adventure Try is that they said it's for the kids who grew up with the original Digimon Adventure, and now they're tad older. So hey, let's bring it back. We're adults now. For those who did watch it when they were children, and even if you're a little younger and you watched Digimon Adventure and you binged it and now you're on Try, what do you think? How do you digest the show? So first things first, we need to address the fact that there is still a Digimon anime airing right now. Digimon
Applemon.
App Monsters, Appmon, whatever it is, yeah. And that's of course a proper shonen anime. It's geared towards the younger audience. So I think that in terms of the audience for Digimon Adventure Try, I think they did well. So the question is, was it effective? I think it was effective because it was very evident that these 6 movies are not for the young boys and girls. It's actually for
the adults, man. It's for the adults. Because some
young adults or whatever. Yeah,
the themes are dark, man. The themes are heavy.
Speaking about loss, speaking about the fact that hey, how can we decide when to make the cutthroat decision, even if it is killing your friend?
Exactly.
And they also speak about issues where teenagers really do face, such as the fact that when they're going and progressing in the educational system,
their future,
your responsibilities, and the older you are, the more you understand it. Like, oh, okay.
Kids are not gonna understand this. 11-year-olds, 12-years-olds, they're not gonna really think about their future. All they want to do is have water guns and war fights, you know.
Well, that's you, mate. But I think that is something that they really did try to address, and I think they did it well. What do you think
agree.
About?
Yeah. I'll give. I know I shit on Mako all the time, but I'll give that. The themes and the ideas surrounding Mako are really heavy, and I'll say that they did that well. Like
not just Mako,
but like the father-daughter relationship that they have.
Yeah, for example, with Mako, let me just quickly list them off. With Mako, you have the whole somewhat absent-esque father, the lonely girl. Let's look at the one
going from town to town.
Yeah. The one I want to focus on is Maki. Maki, from a child, she lost something. She has this childhood trauma of losing her Digimon and losing and trying to reconnect with Tapermon. And her adulthood, her career, she's always had it in the back of the head. She misses, she adores, and she really wants to reconnect with Tapermon, and she'll do absolutely anything. And it shows the psychotic aspect of her character and the way it's affecting others, to the sense where even Nishijima's like, oh, okay, you know what, this makes a bit of sense.
Yeah.
So trauma and how it affects someone, the stress,
stress, anxiety. Like Tai was feeling anxious in the first film.
He was like, oh, he doesn't want to cause such damage.
Yeah.
I think that they did really, really, really well in the way they achieved that, in terms of how the adult themes really came across. And I think,
and just being more mature, like, because the characters are more mature now. They don't want, like, you know, when Kawagumon invaded, they didn't want Kawagumon to destroy collateral damage with the buildings. And in season 1, they didn't really care about that. They didn't really care if their buildings were destroyed. But now, since they're older, they now realize that people work in those buildings. People, you know, collateral damage.
But then, but then, what aspects of Digimon were there where they showed their childhood nature? Okay, we spoke about, there's so many adult themes, but which kind of themes are there, or events within these 6 movies of Digimon Adventure Try 1 to 6? Whereby they showcase the childhoodness, or not the Digidestined,
like the light moments.
Yeah,
he's talking about.
Yeah, but not the Digidestins specifically. But I'm talking about the movie where they said, hey, as much as it is for the children, this is still a shonen. This is still to make you feel nostalgic, or make you feel like, oh, the inner kid inside is saying, I enjoy this.
Probably the scenes with the Digimon, Agumon particularly, was really funny. Like there was that scene where Mako was crying. Was it Mako?
Yeah, it was Mako.
Mako, he was crying, yeah, and all the Digimon, their memories were just wiped out. And then Agumon was still Agumon. He just Did he offer a cookie or something?
Yeah.
He offered her like a little food and then just gave her a big hug.
It's been so long. Was he ever this funny in the original Adventure
In the
series?
original, he was just no, not really, no.
Because-
He wasn't this blithering idiot, which is in Try.
No, but the thing is, it's like, look, the reason why that makes sense is the Digimon themselves are just packets of data, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're data, so they don't really. I guess the only time they will mature is through memories and interactions with the Digidestin. And when they were children, they were always interacting with the children, and they learnt to identify the weaknesses of their respective Digidestin, but at the same time, they are data and they're pure. So they're purely the creation of, not the creation, but they purely interact with the childlike aspect of the Digidestin.
Yeah, back in the day in season 1.
And what we learned also that the reason why Digidestins are children is the fact that children are able to connect with their creativity far more than, let's say, adults.
Yeah, they have more imagination.
Yeah, imagination is one. So maybe the fact that always having the interaction between the Digimon as well as the Digidestin reminded us also, hey, this is a feel-good anime whereby it makes your inner child comes out and it allows you to have the power.
Yeah, I agree. Like in the second film. The second film was the most light-hearted one of the film. Or of the lot, really.
But then we didn't enjoy the second film at all.
We didn't enjoy it, but we did say, go back to the reviews, we did say we had a laugh whilst we were watching it. We did say that.
Yeah, but at the same time...
Doesn't that, add to the, is Digimon is still for kids, Digimon is still, it's the childlike lightheartedness is still there.
Where does the Dark Genai or... I guess when he was in his Sanji mode, when he was in his Kaiser mode, how does he play into this? Is that more playing towards the whole kid side of you, or just an adult who can identify a psycho from a mile away?
But then we saw in season 1, we did see a psycho, Maldusman. Maldusman was a psycho.
He's more of a gentleman, wasn't he?
Was he?
I think he's more of a suave gentleman in that sense. But I guess there's Piedmon being a clown.
Piedmon, you got Piedmon, and then Etamon.
See, this is the thing, because I look at Digimon Try and I think to myself, how different is it from the original series? Honestly, like in terms of darkness and in terms of lightheartedness.
He had a character death with Nishijima. He did die, didn't he?
He died. But then we had a character death with Wizardmon.
Exactly. But then he's a Digimon, and he came back in season 2.
We had a character death with Oikawa.
But yeah, they died, but like, yeah, you got a good point. So exactly, was it always for?
And also with if we're talking about season 2, you look at the backstory, for example, Cody's backstory,
Ken's backstory.
Jeez. So like, has Digimon ever been for kids? Or has it always been so progressive and ahead of its time in terms of the audience is able to capture a far more broader audience?
I think that's the appeal of Digimon. I think that's why we got the 15th anniversary of Digimon. I think it's not for kids. It's more teen, adult, like 15, 16.
Because it was cool to watch Digimon.
It was.
When you're growing up, you have Pokemon on that and whatnot. But then when Digimon was on, it was like...
Yeah.
It just had this different feel to it. And it was just cool.
Adventure. It was the sense of adventure, like these kids.
Sense of adventure mixed with the fact that there's an actual genuine tension and stakes.
Yeah.
But then here I asked you, it's always been like this, because look at season 3.
Yeah. Oh, season 3 was in terms of darkness, it was probably the worst, wasn't it?
And worst meaning the best.
In the best way, of course, in the best way possible. Digimon's... It was never for kids. It's never for kids, man.
Digimon has always been trying to
it's been meant to
corrupt the children to get ready for adulthood, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. And you got Izzy as well that can...
Yeah,
he's his backstory. Genius. But I would say, for the writer's perspective, I would say the main... They were trying to get the kids to be like an Izzy. Like, clever, with a sad backstory. His parents, I think, died as well, and he...
mate, you know,
yeah.
it's
Matt as well. Matt's backstory. Matt's backstory, the parents' divorce.
Yeah. See, they've tackled
really
these very sensitive topics from the get-go, and I think that is the appeal of Digimon. Anyway, guys, I don't think if you were able to answer the question, or you tell me, is Digimon for kids? Is Digimon for adults? What do you think? Comment down below, and please,
we are just as confused. when we look back on it.
Yeah, because I didn't expect the conclusion for such a video.
Yeah.
So please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. You may now exit Dimsy's domain. I think that was good, innit?
Care for nothing.
That was like, no, don't ruin it. Mine was actually like this.
Nah.